Okay, and the next question, from what Grace and Aunt Meg say in their letters, what clues are there to indicate Grace really was having a good time staying with Aunt Meg? Now this is another question where you say that you get a lot of clue. The two things, one is that she's plump and rosy, yes, and the other one is that she was being adopted. These are the two clues that you can get. Now these are more difficult questions. When did Bertha decide that it would be a good idea to send Grace to her aunt's in her place? How and why did she come to that decision? Now we know that when she took the decision, we know that she thought about it ever since she heard about her Grace's idea about working in the Clarkman's bookstore. She had thought about it, and she was waiting, she was thinking, and she was fighting with herself because she didn't want to let go of this beautiful opportunity. She wanted to go to her aunt's house, but finally she has decided. Now when she has decided this, when did she decide? In the middle of the night. Remember, she couldn't study, then she was awake all night, and then in the middle of the night she just suddenly sat up and she said, I will do it. Now this is when she had taken a decision. But now why did she take that decision? Why? Now this is a beautiful, most beautiful part of the answer, because she was an empathetic soul. She was full of empathy for her friend. Now, so that is why she came to a decision. She could feel for her friend so much that she wanted to do something for her in order to reduce the pain. So that is what you will write here in the answer. And this comes to, I would like to explain here a little more. This you will not include in the answer, but you need to understand the difference between sympathy and empathy. Now, sympathy is when so many people are dying all around due to COVID, due to so many reasons. You feel sad when you hear about these things, sad news, difficult things. But do we really go out and do something about that? We don't, isn't it? But when we do something, but when we really feel sad for a person, like for example, even at home sometimes it happens, your mother is complaining. They said, बहुत सर में दर्द हो रहा है, it's really irritating me, I'm feeling this headache. You listen, अच्छा मम्मी, अच्छा ठीक है, बहुत दर्द हो रहा है क्या, बहुत दर्द हो रहा है क्या, and you feel sad about that person. You offer sympathy to your mom, and he says, मम्मी ठीक हो जाएगा, मम्मी क्या करें, ठीक हो जाएगा. But then an empathetic soul will be a person who will say, अच्छा मम्मी, you're feeling headache हो रहा है, कोई बात नहीं, आपको क्या खाना बनाना है, मैं हेल्प कर देती हूँ आपको. या फिर you call up somebody, you call your other people at home, you tell your dad or maybe दादी and say, मम्मी को आज दर्द हो रहा है, दादी हम और तुम आप कुछ खाना बना देते हैं, या फिर home delivery करा लेते हैं. We'll ask daddy to book some food from outside, or maybe you can quickly cook up something simple, isn't it? जो घर में है वही खा लेते हैं, let's have Maggie today. Yes, ऐसे करके. So you feel, then that is an empathetic person. A person who feels and does something about it, that is an empathetic person. So Bertha was that empathetic soul, and it's such people are really very rare, because ऐसे people would always offer to say, oh हाँ, very sad, yeah I know, so sad, I'm really feeling bad, but they do nothing about it. They do nothing about it. And that's what people have become. So we need more and more empathetic souls in this world. Next question. Would you say that Bertha was really a good angel? In what way was her sacrifice worthwhile? Now, she was a good angel, definitely. We all know that, because she made a sacrifice. And just like a beautiful angel, she came like a godmother in a beautiful angel in Grace's life. And she brought so much of happiness to Aunt Meg also, not only for Grace, but also for Aunt Meg. She tried to be, her plan proved to be beneficial for both her aunt and for Grace. She didn't even realize the extent of the goodness that is going to happen. She had thought of only a holiday. But God had planned much more, and since she had done it with so much of heart, God had blessed this particular incident in such a way that it made it so beautiful and memorable for both of them. And they must have blessed Bertha so much, both of them. So her sacrifice was definitely worthwhile, because Grace found a home and Aunt Meg found a daughter. And they both yearned for this kind of love, and they found each other. So what better than that, isn't it? Now, RTC, I shall have to manage this affair very carefully. Who says these words and to whom? Now, she is saying, Bertha is saying this to herself. Very good. What was the affair that had to be managed carefully? What was the affair that had to be managed carefully? You know that affair. I'm not going to repeat that. Okay. Now, what did the speaker plan to do in order to manage this affair carefully? So, how did it, she said, so I'm going to just say, I'll not say the whole thing. I will not tell the exact thing. I will just say that certain circumstances have prevented her from going for that holiday. And she's going to go home. Isn't it? She was not going to tell that plan. So she was going to conceal a part of the truth. You are not strong and you need a good rest. Now, who says this to whom? Obviously, Bertha to Grace. Why did the person being spoken to need a good rest? Now, she was a poor girl. She has never known any happiness. So she had no one to take care of her, no one to call her of her own. So obviously she was very thin and pale and sickly. No one had ever loved her enough and taken care of her, and she had never known any comforts in life, and that is why she needed a good rest. What had this person been planning to do during the holidays? Now, what did that person plan? Gracie had planned to work at the Clarkman's bookstore. Yes. And why? Because she wanted to earn money so that she could provide herself with enough provisions for her boarding and also to buy her winter uniform. Now, don't think me ungrateful. Now, who says this to whom? Bertha says this to Aunt Meg in that letter. And how does she say that? In the letter, she says that. Why might the speaker appear to be ungrateful? Because she's denying, she's rejecting the invitation. Now, if somebody invites you to your house, to their house, and you say, no, I'm not going to come, so you say, Arey Baba, what does she think of herself? So snooty she is, okay, so proud she is. Now, this is wrong. So she didn't want that impression. So she wanted to explain it to Aunt Meg. It's not that I'm not ungrateful. I do look forward to your holidays, but it's just that I want Grace to go instead. So with this we complete the lesson, and so I'm sure, see, using the information you have gathered, write a biographical, no, this you need not do. Anyway, I will be giving you the assignment. Now, by referring to this video, you will be easily able to do the assignment. Okay, so let us see. And I'll give you a model answer also on this particular lesson. All will be uploaded on Teams. I'm sure it has already been uploaded. You must see. Then the model answer. You refer to all these and you complete your answers. Okay. So happy Diwali. Enjoy yourself. We'll meet after Diwali. Okay. Bye-bye.